And we're live.
Another thing that I like doing, you can only say certain words to people in Magic. You can say like, good game, hello, nice, oops, and like, you're up. And every once in a while, you'll like misplay something really bad or like select the wrong thing. And the other person will just say, nice. And it's like, no! That makes me so much madder than any shit talk ever. Just like me misplaying or misclicking a card or making a stupid bonehead move, and then that person just going nice as they like counter it. Ugh.
What's the game that where you play soccer with cars? Rocket League. That's the same thing. You
that
can only
looks
say a few things, but like if you miss a shot stupidly, nice shot, nice shot.
Yeah, it was more frustrating than I thought. I wish the guy just would have been like, they called me gay or something. Like the insulting nice. It's like,
I come from Call of Duty and somehow that hurt my feelings.
Couldn't you called me the N-word? My God, people have feelings. You know? have you ever seen that clip?
Back in the day, you would have slept with my mom.
There was this funny clip of this black guy like face streaming a video game, and it was like speed running being called the N-word on Call of Duty, and it was like him playing and like runs and like kills two people and immediately gets called the N-word, and he's like, yes.
Was he black?
Yeah. But I don't think he said anything, so they just.
I saw one on Reddit, and all he did is talk in the lobby, and people recognized his voice as a black man, and he got it. It's like 4 seconds. He's like, "Hello, guys." N-word. It's like,
oh well, then this guy I watched gets blown out by that guy's record. Not even that guy's the true winner.
It might have been the same guy.
Do you remember how fucking mean lobbies were 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago? Like when COD came out for multiplayer 2007, COD 4, it was ruthless in there. There was like maybe 85% of stuff that was said in a 2008 COD lobby would get you fired from your job in 2021.
That's why it was nice to be a YouTuber. Like usually I rolled with a lot of good players and we would never lose. Every once in a while, it's like, don't make me call Nate Shot. I will do it. Well, I will get Rambo in here. I will get Nate Shot in here and Big Timer. And then we would win the next games until they quit.
I would be like, you know what? I'm going to leave the lobby and hope I don't get paired with you again.
No, I had the Optic guys were the only pros I really knew. Maybe some Envy guys. And I could reach out to them if I needed, if I was getting bullied.
That was like, thinking about playing COD 4 in like 2007 to 2010 is one of those like memes where it's like, you don't know you're in a golden age until it's gone. And it's like, so true. So true. The amount of fun I had on COD 4, unmatched in any game I've ever played.
I liked COD, but I really look back and like, I liked spending time with T-Mart and Onslaught and some of my COD friends, even before YouTube. Big Diz, who I wonder how he's doing now. You know, like some of the guys that I played with every night. That it was about the relationships for me as much as it was the game.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, speaking of like, I don't think I opened my channel until like 2010. So before that, it was just me playing with friends. I remember trying to make like COD montages back to that and like just getting so flustered. Where it'd be like, how does fucking Grizz get all these shots? And it's like, oh, see, he's not coming back from high school in 2007 and then playing. He's an adult who's doing this all day, apparently living the dream, just getting drunk all day, playing Call of Duty, going for no scopes.
Were your COD friends IRL friends or people you met online?
At that time, it was 100% IRL. Yeah, it was all just my buddies in high school, and we all would get on and play together. And among that group, I was actually I think, second best. One of our friends was just like, you know, those people where it's like they just are good. They're just good at games. And no matter how much you tried, like you're not going to be as good as them. I had one buddy like that, but he was still nowhere on the like, wasn't a pro. Like he would have got smashed by what was his name? Preyus. Who was the guy who was like praying mantis? Was that him?
Yeah, it was. He wasn't a pro, but he was amazingly. He was a pub stomper genius. Yeah, I remember like we played against people who used all noob tubes, and you know we won every game, so we didn't want to like back out, but they were the worst to play with. And he's like, "You guys want a nuke?" And we're like, "Yeah, that'd be great." like it wasn't long. Like a minute and a half later, the freaking nuke symbol's going off, and it's like, how do you do that?
Or those people who would be like, "Hey guys, I don't want to ruin the game. Do you mind if I call in a nuke?"
Yeah,
be like, "Yeah, man, win the game for us if you can. You're not going to upset me. See, I'm on a 3 kill streak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Best. So here, I'm going to give you your required UAV for this nuke placement. Here you go. I'm doing my part.
You mind if I call it my UAV? That's not going to mess anybody up.
Yeah.
Cool.
He'd do that, or like sometimes we'd mess with people, and he'd call in a nuke right before we lost. Does that make sense? Like, you know, he's got a nuke in his pocket that he can call anytime he wants, and we'd act like we couldn't win. He was very good, but he stole from me.
I didn't know that.
Well,
I didn't even know you guys had a business relationship.
No,
great COD player, great thief.
I gave him an HD recorder. I don't know what it was. Was the Hauppauge the good one at the time?
Yeah,
Hauppauge HD PVR. Yeah,
and I forget. Like, basically, he was going to pay me back. Like, you know, like, hey, you know what? Your first whatever $300. You know, pay me back when you earn it, and then live it up. You know, it was like a loan, and you know, it was also a loan. Like, if it doesn't take off, whatever. You know, I appreciate your friendship, but he just like never made a video, never did anything, and kept it. And I was like, well, that wasn't the deal. I didn't just buy you gifts.
You know, that was like $200.
Yeah,
it was. The Hauppauge was expensive.
Maybe?
I remember I had a Dazzle, and I used the Dazzle for a bit until that became totally unworkable. And then, like at the time, it was like a Hauppauge $210. Oh man, am I really in for $210 for this YouTube shit I'm doing?
If I hope I don't have the story wrong, but I eventually was like, well, if you're not going to make videos, can you send it back? And he had sold it. It was like,
well, that's rude.
Yeah. So
that's what it's worse than regifting, reselling.
So it was, I don't know. I felt a little robbed. It was like, oh, well, we can't be friends anymore.
He did. He robbed you. Not really. You know,
I got over it.
Well, thank God.
Well, here I am talking about it. Maybe it still hurts a little.
Well, you're never getting that Hauppauge HD PVR back. How do you feel about that?
So much for my 720p recordings. It might have been 1080. I think I still uploaded 1080.
The Haupauges were like, those were good for years. Like those worked for a long time. It was a little box. It had that nice blue light around the top. Made you feel like, oh yeah, I'm a tech guy.
There was 3. There was like the Dazzle, the Hauppauge, and then one in the middle that you shouldn't have bought. Like either do it right or don't.
I had them all.
That one. You had
that what was the other one called?
Oh, it was called.
I think it started with an H also. Or
I think it did too, but it ran off Wi-Fi. Like it was wireless. It like somehow or another it was
Wi-Fi.
Like, it was like Wi-Fiing the footage to my laptop.
Huh.
Like it connected to like the interface between the Xbox and the TV, I suppose. But then it like Wi-Fi'd that footage to my laptop for recording purposes the way I remember it. It's been forever. But like the quality was based on how strong your Wi-Fi connection was. So like sometimes my shit would be like HD quality. Like this shit is looking great. It's as good as like CNANer's fucking like onboard like video card. And then sometimes I guess like my mom was like doing a lesson plan or something and it's all fuzzy. It looks like there's like snow on it. It's awful.
Didn't Only Use Me Blade have a broken one that made his shit look all purple or something?
There was all sorts of shit like that. Yeah, I remember a bunch of shit like that. But I had all of them at one time or another. I started with the Dazzle and just went. The Dazzle was so bad that like I don't think I ever made a video with the Dazzle. I think all my videos were either the whatever that Wi-Fi.
Was it the Roxio HD?
That doesn't sound familiar.
So. That came later.
Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar. Yeah. It was but I definitely eventually went to the Hauppauge because that was just that was
the right one.
Yeah. And I bought a few people their Haupauges. Like there was people like Socrates didn't have one. I think I bought one for Socrates. Like I bought them for a bunch of people because they were like $100-$200 or something like that. And I would be playing with these people who were so fucking good. And I was like, you got to show some other people.
Who was the other one? Maybe started with an M.
Impulse.
Impulse. That's probably him thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Impulse bought his own shit. I think I bought him one. But JD Reed was his real name. And he was very good too. And
Yeah.
and those are my main two friends that I played with. So we would play like team tactical, like 3v3, and we'd play a lot of 3v3 game battles and stuff. And they were both just light years better than me.
I had some friends that were so good it was almost unfun to play with them. Like, like if this guy's getting 75 kills every other game, I'm not getting as much traffic as I want. A lot of games end early unless we pick a post.
Toward the end, game battles became like what was fun because pub stomping had lost its appeal, and it was like I could get that like heart pounding fun again, like playing like 3v3 game battles, and we had like maybe 8 people on the roster. So like if we got matched with a shitty team, it was like oh yeah, let me in, guys, I'll play. But if it wasn't, like there was another third who was way better than me who could jump in. So we were top 10 on the ladder. I know that for sure in like 1 year, like one season, I guess. I don't remember how long seasons were because like if they were an okay team, like I would jump in and play. But if we were playing against Fear or something like that, one of the other guys would play. We were competitive with Fear, like for sure. Like we didn't get like
that's the one that had Moho. They were the original like super team. Yeah. But like before Optic was the best team, Fear was. For sure. I think they had a rivalry. I wonder what they think of each other today.
And also, what's the team? It's with
Hastro?
Envy? Hastro, yeah, Envy, yeah. I love Hastro.
Hastro's a good guy.
See him again.
Dude. Yeah. One time, I think my phone number got leaked, so I got a new phone number, and I texted like everyone in the COD community that I was pregnant and I needed you to call me back because it was like an unknown number, but I had them, and everyone was like, what is this? What like this is bullshit. This can't be me. You've got the wrong guy. Hastro was like, who's this? Like I forget his reply, but it was basically like this could be any number of people. And it was funny to me.
Yeah, for sure. I had a bunch of good times with Hastro. I remember just getting real drunk in LA with him and like running out of like they closed the bar, so I went and cleared out my mini bar. He was like, "Do you have a mini bar?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but like, Machinima paid for that room, so they pay for the mini bar. I don't really think I can like run up a bill on their mini bar. I don't want to do them like that." He's like, I'll cover it, whatever it is. And like I just like went up to the room and just like came back downstairs with like a double handful of mini bottles and like passed them out to everybody. Like it was a good time.
$10 shots, everyone. Here you go.
Like $8 or $10 a shot. Yeah, pretty much.
It's like ballpark beers where you're like, I'll have a Bud Light. And it's like that'll be $9, and it's like, I mean, water's $6, so I guess I'll still get the beer. Like,
I wonder how all those businesses worked out. Like there was a time when like Envy and Optic was the king of gaming, it seemed, at least in my universe. And Envy was another real high one. And I guess FaZe, those guys I know made bank. They're super wealthy. And then Hex did really well. It seemed like he did great. And then he bought it back. So I wonder if he still has all that money or like how that worked out. Did they just give it to him? Like, where is he now? How did Envy do? Did he ever get like rich off of Envy? I don't know.
I don't know. I know Hastro had a bunch of like products and stuff. Like maybe he was the one that was doing like Gamer Grip or some shit like that. I don't really remember. There was a bunch of little things like that, like the Control Freaks, and such stuff like that. All those peripherals.
Yeah, I wonder how they worked out. Did they get like retire money out of that or not? It seemed like Hex did.
Yeah, I don't know.
No clue. Yeah, Hex seems to be doing well. He's got that super dope warehouse he's in with a ton of space and everything.
Oh, that's right. I forgot for a second. Yeah, he does have that.
That's what you need when you're gaming. Is a giant warehouse for your gaming things, right?
It is essential. You can't game in a small room, Taylor.
No, certainly not. You'll get toasty.
I require a large room and a high performance t-shirt to game at my peak level.
Do you remember like it was only like when I started YouTube, like 2010, that like if you were a YouTuber, you had like a good setup. It was like you have like the HGTV, you got the recorder, you got stuff, and people will be like, wow, you got like the real setup here. Now you'll walk into like a guy who has never streamed in his life. The thought of streaming has never occurred to him, and he has a Shure SM58 and a fucking triple monitor setup and a nicer PC than me. And it's like, it really.
And then you
it's
go into a
wild.
pro gamer's house and he's using a bunch of cardboard boxes as a monitor stand because he gets a new fucking house every couple of weeks. He's going from this gamer house to that gamer house, and they're just bouncing around.